Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is your host, your boy, your one and only Galaxy, and I'm signing in to another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing in for Comic-Con Radio. Coverage of pop culture events from around the globe, amazing interviews with celebrities, daily recaps and reviews of popular television, The Walking Dead, Z Nation, Van Helsing, DC Titans, Flash, The Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, American Horror Story, The Green Arrow, movie reviews, everything Comic-Con and fandom from around the globe. Comic-Con Radio. Get ready to enter our universe. Let's go. Welcome. Thank you for coming back. We've been together for many episodes now, and I hope you love Comic-Con Radio. So before I get into this show, you know what the show's about because you probably read the subject line and the tags and all that. You guys know everything. These days, we can't hide anything. We can't sneak peek anything. We can't do any of that stuff because you have to market it on social media, on wherever else, and everybody knows everything. So yes, this show is dedicated to DC Titans and not the cartoon. It's the DC Titans show that's on the DC Universe platform. It's their first show, their first actual show with actors and stuff like that. They have cartoons and other cool things. I'm actually a member of that subscription. I really like it a lot. Like I said, I'm a fan of DC television a lot. They're amazing. Now, this show is different and the same as other amazing shows on TV. Now, there's been a lot of feedback saying that the show is, they could have expected more, they could have done this. Let me tell you guys this. If you don't like a television show or a series or anything, don't watch it. Move on. There's 20 things on TV right now that you can watch and all sorts of other stuff online. But just to let you guys know, the show is perfect. It's where it's supposed to be at. It started really powerful and strong. Yes, it didn't go too much into the backstory of the characters in depth. Little few segments here and there of who they are. But you have to understand, it's a hour-long episode. It's on a platform that's dedicated to, Detective Comics universe, which is DC Universe. And the Titans have been around a long time. So fans of the show, whoever subscribed to DC Universe platform already knows about DC Comics and DC television. Just some regular person's not going to stumble upon that app or that platform. It's a fan, right? So fans already know what it's about. So we didn't have to get in depth with these characters, which I think it's cool because I know their background. Everybody knows who these characters are. And if you don't, you can go online quickly, basically search them and things like that. But, if you guys know, there's also a Titans cartoon. It's not like that. Some of the characters are in this from the cartoon and all that other stuff, but this is totally different. I loved how they filmed this. Very gritty, very Gotham-esque. And Gotham is one of my favorite shows. Now, you guys probably say, oh, Galaxy, you have so many favorite shows. I do. They're all my favorites. I love them all the same. They're like my children. So if you have children or pets, you can't love one more than the other. You have to love them all equally. So I'm a fan first of all these shows. I love them all. I love to talk about them. I know all the characters. And that's a lot of knowledge in my database, which is my noggin up here. Knowing every single character, their abilities, their personalities, their likes and dislikes. So when I break these things down on my series here, I get really into it. And I know you guys that are listening to this episode are probably just a fan of Titans, so you're listening to this. But listen to my other episodes as well. It goes over so many shows that are amazing on the air right now. Another good point is we have a couple of celebrities that are going to be coming up in the next several episodes. I can't name their names yet. We just got confirmation for 2 of them today, but it's amazing. One of them is on Van Helsing, and the other one is on Black Lightning. We're going to get them in for interviews, if not in the studio, over the telephone. However, I don't care. I don't care how you do the interview. You want to call me, you want to Skype me, you want to whatever, as long as I can get you in, because I love you guys. So The Titans is basically an American web television series that airs on the DC universe. It's based on the DC Comics team of the same name. And basically, Jeff Johns is the showrunner, the creator of it. He's the maestro of it. Now, he spells his name Geoff. He's trying to be cool. Anybody that spells their name Geoff to spell Jeff is a cool dude, right? I know it's short for Jeffrey or whatever, but I always call that Geoff. So if I say Geoff, I'm joking. It's really Jeff Johns. Cool dude. Really wanted this show to be well, and he's basically one of the creators. Of course, Greg Berlanti and Akiva Goldsman is also involved, but Geoff or Jeff is the dude. Basically, it stars Brendan Thwaites. Now, am I saying that correctly? I always mess that up. I say Thwaites, Twits. He spells it Thwaites. Yes, see, I know how to spell it. I'm just kidding, guys. But he stars as Dick Grayson, old Dickie Boy. And Dickie Boy is Robin. And Robin is the leader of the Titans. Now, if you guys know who Robin, the character, is, he is second in command to the Batman duo. And if you're sitting on a rock in the middle of a mountain up in the Himalayas, or you're in Afghanistan, or wherever I stand, I love all you from all the stands because I am from one of the stands. No, I'm from New York. But anyways, if you're anywhere in the world, from France, from Australia, you could be with Aquaman down in the sea. You could be with Ariel. You could be up in the sky, up in space with Zod. With whoever, you know who Batman and Robin is. The duo that fights crime. And they've been partners for the longest time. But you know what? Robin left. He had to get away from the shadow. Batman's powerful. Okay, he's a tall dude. He's good looking. He has tons of money. Very wealthy. He's a billionaire. Nobody tells him how to spend it. He has his own cave. He has all these crazy contraptions, and he's trained with, assassins. That's the guy that's overshadowing you. How do you think you're gonna feel? And your name is Robin. Hi, I'm Batman. I'm Robin. So Robin had to leave. He's like, you know what? I'm leaving, buddy. I'm leaving. I'm going to create my own team. They're called the Titans. And isn't it cool that all these characters together create the Titans? And, Titan, the word itself is like grand, humongous. Wow, the Titans. Boom. And Robin's the leader of them. Did I tell you that there's some great characters alongside us? Now, they chose some good actors and actresses for this. So, Brendan Thwaites plays Dick Grayson, which is Robin. Then you have Anna Diop. Then you have Tegan Croft. And then you have Ryan Potter. So that's what's up. Anna Diop is playing Starfire. Tegan Croft plays Raven. And Ryan Potter plays the Beastie Boy. And if you saw episode 1, at the end, you see that green tiger glowing, jumping out, and trying to get out of wherever he's getting out of. And he turns into a boy. Well, that's Beast Boy, because he could turn into any kind of beast. And that's cool. Now, this series, it comprises of 12 episodes. And the first episode actually aired Friday, October 12th. So it airs every Friday. Now on Fridays, you have a very special day because you have Van Helsing, which is my favorite. You have Z Nation, which is great and amazing. And you have the Titans. So what does that mean for you guys? It means that every Saturday and Sunday, you're going to get 3 episodes from me, Galaxy, your boy. You're going to get 3 episodes. Which covers the Titans, Z Nation, and Van Helsing. Because Saturdays, there's nothing going on really, so it gives us the day to edit, get it out there, and get it all to you beautiful people out there. Because Sundays is a busy day. I know I only cover Walking Dead on Sundays. It needs its own day. But there's a lot of other TV shows that we watch because we have to stay in the loop. And I love them all. I'll start naming them in the future, but not right now. Oh, there's another show on Sundays. I totally forgot. I actually pointed it out to myself. I said, Galaxy, there's another show that just started. And I looked at myself and I said, okay, I understand what you're saying, Galaxy. So Galaxy, tell them what's the other show. It's Doctor Who. That's right. Doctor Who's also on Sundays. The first episode just premiered last Sunday. I love it. It's a whole new Doctor Who. It's a new Doctor Who. It's very different, filmed very different. Oh, I love it. It's filmed so cool, so different. The scenes are different. I have a show for you that's being released about Doctor Who. So check it out on Comic-Con Radio. Now, before I go forward, you guys know the drill. You can reach me comiccon-radio.com, email, message, however you want to do it. You can go to social media. That's at Comic-Con Radio on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And you can give me a call at 1-800-976-0305. The hotline's open. So call and speak to Galaxy anytime, any place, anywhere. If I'm not available, leave a message. Mwah. Thank you. So anyways, going back to the show, the show's dynamic is really good. It starts off really great, and it has so much going on. Now, the premise of the show is, Dick Grayson, which is Robin, and Rachel Roth, she plays Raven, requires assistance to deal with, people or whatever that's threatening the entire planet. They join forces and with Starfire and Beast Boys and all that. Now, Starfire, she's from another world. And in the episode, you see her turning with her eyes and her hair and her body. And that's the way the way you always remember Starfire in the comics and all that stuff. But the whole premise of the show is for them to team up and get together. Now, this is Detroit, right? Brendan Thwaites, which plays Robin, and his first name is actually Richard. They just call him Dick Grayson for short because back in the days, the word Dick was a common word used in names like Dick Tracy and Dickety Doodah and Dickoray. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they use Dick commonly. Today, they don't use that. Don't use Dickie Boy today. They say Richard. Some people say it. Some of those really rich people that have a ton of moolah, they use the word Dick in their name. I, for a fact, would never call myself Dick. No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because my name ain't Richard, first of all. I just don't want to be called Dick. Yo, Dick. Hi, this is Dick on the airwaves. This is Dick tuning in. This is Dick tuning out. Do you love Dick? Sorry I had to say that, but I'm putting it in the context if that was my name. But anyways, his name is Richard Grayson or Dick Grayson. I'll call him Dick or Robin. And he's a former circus performer who, after his parents died, got taken in by the amazing Batman. And Batman took him in, taught him how to fight crime, and made him his sidekick. But you know what? Now he's an adult. He was an adult then as well, Robin. I think he was a teenager in his 20s, but now he's a little bit older. He still looks young to me. But he's moved to Detroit. And moving to Detroit, he's a cop there, right? He's a detective. It's kind of different to see in that light, right? Because here's the thing. Gotham. Batman runs Gotham. He is the Dade of Gotham. You can't have another crew like that running around, especially you were once his sidekick, assistant, whatever you want to call yourself, and the shadow's so powerful, like boom, Batman. You got to go to another city and Detroit's a good city because, it needs help. I know this is all fictitious, but isn't it cool like how they mix real world and, fake Earth stuff, right? That's in the DC universe, in the Batman universe. But that's Gotham, and this is Detroit. So there's a fake city named Gotham, but then Detroit's a real city with real problems and real issues. So basically, that's what's up. Now, I'm going to go through these characters one by one. So Anna Diop or Duop, or however you want to say it, she's basically, her name is Kory Anders. Kory Anders, so they call her Coriander. She's, what is that, a spice or something? But she's also Starfire. So her name is Kory Anders. Kory Anders, but they call her Coriander, whatever. And she's a powerful alien princess who's seeking asylum on Earth. And she comes in contact with the Titans. So in the episode, if you saw, there was a car crash. And when the car crash happened, she woke up from the car. There was all these weirdo people there trying to shoot them down or whatever, or there was bullet holes in there. And she basically comes out of the car crash, goes back to the hotel. She doesn't know who she is, what's going on. She doesn't remember anything. But I love her hair. I love her look. And then when she's in the hotel and everybody's there to attack her, I think her ex-boyfriend or whoever that attacked her or whatever, confronts her in a couple of those scenes, you can see that she basically turns into her nostalgic look of Starfire, and everybody turns into ash, and she likes it, and she walks out. So that's kind of cool. Now, Tegan Croft plays Rachel Roth, which is Raven. Now, Raven is a great character. She's basically a young mythical empath. Basically, there's this like demonic force in her. She's basically the daughter of a demon, right? And her powers are through her emotions. So every time in the episode you saw when she looks at a reflection of herself, like in a mirror or anything, she can see herself, and the demon voice gives her advice, tells her what to do, tells her what not to do. And every now and then when she's emotionally hurt, it comes out. It's there to protect her, but it's also harming her in a way because it bothers her. She doesn't want it. Come on, she's a teenager. Imagine if you're a teenager, or when you were a teenager, and there's a demon inside of you, that's constantly there with you, affects you night and day. You're like, hey, just let me be me. But, that's what has to happen, right? And her relationship with Dick becomes, or is kind of like a father-daughter relationship, if you've seen the Titans and stuff like that, because they both share some kind of abandonment, right? Robin's parents, basically died, and, he felt abandoned, and she the same way. Now, in that first scene, when you see her in the house, majority of the first scene of the first episode goes into the life of Raven, right? It shows her going to school. It shows her things affecting her. It shows like her day-to-day stuff more, I think. It shows a little bit about Robin and Dickie Boy. She has that premonition dream of the circus. So, that's in her mind. And it does shows a little bit of Coriander, which is Starfire. We don't see much of basically Ryan Potter or His name is Garfield Logan, which is Beast Boy. We don't see much of his story there. Just at the end when we see the tiger glowing green coming out and it changes into the boy. So I think more in episode 2, it'll give his backstory a little bit. You know, if you don't like the show, don't watch it. But I love it. It's amazing. It's giving just enough story backline of who they are. This is not a movie. You have to remember, it's only a handful of episodes, I believe 12 or 13 or whatever. And they have to really get into the story and the depth of it. And there's a lot of characters. There's some more characters that are going to be introduced, like Hawk and Dove, and also a bunch more, right? Elasta Woman and Robot Man and all sorts of things that are going to be introduced. Now, to get into it, for Tegan Croft or Raven, her character I really like a lot. Because, yes, it's a demon inside of her, and yes, it's affecting her, but it's protecting her. Because remember in the part in the episode when those people came in, whatever, that guy played by the character, Garrett Merritt's character, he's the acolyte, and he was trying to do some kind of crazy thing with her. He barges into the house, tries to get her. Now, she's living with a lady, so we thought it was her mom, right? All along. But it's not her mom. Right when that guy breaks in the first episode and holds a gun to her head and says, "Oh, tell her the truth. Tell her the truth." And, she's like, "I'm not your mom." And, Raven bugs out and the guy shoots her in the head before she could say anything. It really affects her. And then all of a sudden her demon comes out and pushes the guy. Boom! Knocks him down and she runs out. She takes the bus. And her feelings, because, the demon inside is guiding her. Every time she sees a reflection, it tells her, do this, do that. And it guides her to Detroit. She gets a bus pass. She goes to Detroit. And when she's there, she goes to this, on the street. And this lady comes to her, "Let me help you." Now, when she goes over there, this lady, I don't know if she's a good lady or not, but she's kind of guiding her into the alleyway. And you see this car parked with the engine on. Now, I don't know if there's someone in it, not in it. The lady to me seemed nice, but you never know these days. I don't know. Because when she gets closer, the demon's like, get away, because it had a bad feeling. So she runs away. And when she runs away, somebody's there to confront her, and she basically attacks that person, moves them out of the way. And then the cop car's there. So she actually, let's go back. She doesn't attack somebody. She sees the cop car there. And then she grabs a brick and she throws the brick at the cop car, and the cop car stops, backs up, and shoves her in there. And she's happy for that. She didn't run away. She could have run away. Her demon could have came inside and kicked the cop in the and ran away, but she didn't. She wanted safety. Her demon let her go there. But then when you saw that caretaker lady, that social worker's face, it didn't look like she was like, "Oh, dang nabbit. Oh, I'll get you one day." She didn't look like that. And she didn't look like, "Oh my God." She looked like she had a face of concern. So maybe she knows who Raven is. Maybe she knows what's up. We don't know. If you know, let me know. You could message us. Go to our website, give us an email, or you can call toll-free 1-800-976-0305. Let me know what you think. Is she good? Is she bad? What's going on? The next episode comes out in about 5 days, so you have some time to reply to this, and hopefully we can figure that out. Now, when she gets into the car, she gets taken to the police station. And when that lady officer gets into the police station, she's like, Dick Grayson is there, Robin, and she's like, "Hey, you're good with kids. You have that thing with kids." What does that thing with kids mean? Like a program, whatever. She's like, "You have that thing with kids. Can you help me?" Then he goes into the room and he talks to her, and all of a sudden she's like, "Okay, this is it." And she's telling him, "Can you help me?" Now, can you help me? Okay. What do you want me to do for you? And then she goes into, "You're the circus boy," right? Because from her visions, she's like, "You're the boy from the circus." And she had those visions earlier, and she was watching Dick, doing the acrobats with the parents, and the parents plummet to their death. Now, the parents didn't get murdered or killed. They plummeted. So they plummeted to their death while they were in their thing. Now, if their ropes got cut, whatever, that's a whole other story. You can look it up. She was saying it can't be by accident. So there, I answered it for you. She was saying it can't be by accident, and she told him that. And he looked at her and was like, whatever. And then she's like, there's something inside of me, something evil. She needs your help. And, Dick disregarded the odd request. And basically he walked out. And before he came back in, she was led away by a dirty cop. So a dirty cop came in, grabbed her, and took her out and put her, into a cop car and drove off with her. Now, where did they go? They went to where the acolyte was at, right? He was waiting there, and you see he grabs a knife, and he has some kind of bowl, and he's doing some kind of chant type of thing. And while he's doing the chant, with blood and all that, he's trying to do all that. It's kind of creepy. So he must know something about her. Because he was trying to find her. So Raven, if that was her fake mom in the episode, and she was appointed to protect her, that she's either someone important or there's something going on with her that she had to be watched, hidden, and away from all these weirdos, right? She's not a bad girl. She's great. And she's part of the Titans, so she's strong and she wants to help. So that's one of the things that you have to really notice. Now, every episode when I talk, I'm going to go into details like that. I'm going to point out things that are foreshadowing, things that you should pay attention to, and it tells the story. And every episode, I'm going to point some things out that I want you to really think about and really look at. So when you go, if you haven't watched the episode and you do watch the episode, you can be like, all right, Galaxy pointed this out. Let me look into it. Now, there's another scene in this which made my day and made my week. So Dick Grayson, he's in an alleyway and he has this amazing fight scene with all these people, gush, gush, boom, 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 fight scene. He has a little stick and he hits the guy in the head and it turns into a long baton type of thing or a staff or whatever you want to call it. And he knocks them out, bum, 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 bum. And the guy's like, before he fights them and kicks their butt, the guy's like, okay, is Batman there? Because they were doing their dirty business. And he was watching them and he was ready to come. He was walking down the alleyway and they were like, oh, who is it? Is Batman there? And they're basically saying, no, he's not there. He's like, oh, whatever. And after he kicks their butt, he's like, fuck Batman. I read so many articles on that. I heard they had to get approvals up the yin yang to say that because Robin says, F Batman. That's crazy. This is your idol. This is the guy that taught you everything. So he must be tired of the Batman Robin thing that he says F Batman in this episode, which is great. It really made everything wonderful and it really made everything amazing. So that's kind of on those parts of how this episode starts with Robin's kind of little story, Raven's story, which is more in depth, and it shows the connection between Raven and Robin as this really good connection with each other because now he's kind of, he has to be there for her. He has to help her. That's it. And he does. And that's why they become the Titans, right? Which is amazing. Now, going into the story of Kory Anders, Starfire. Now, I told you that she was she woke up in the car crash. The driver that killed the driver. It's in Vienna. So she speaks another language, right? Do you know what language she speaks? What do people from Vienna speak? Do you know? You can let me know. Comment. I ain't telling you. I am not telling you. I think she speaks German. I think, yeah. Anyways, so basically, she sneaks off into a restroom where she takes the content of her purse out, and basically her alleged name's there, a locker key, a hotel room key, and all sorts of those things. And she goes on her way. She goes on her way, and that's when all that stuff happened, when she goes berserk and she turns into herself, and she made everybody get into ash, which is kind of cool. Now, all this is laying out a great story for an amazing show. I really love the show. And there's some more characters that I want to kind of bring out. So, Alan Richardson is going to be playing, Hawk, right? And he's aggressive. He's a bruiser who fights with his partner and girlfriend, Dove, right? It's Dove and Hawk. And, Dove is played by Minka Kelly. Her name is, Dawn Granger, which is Dove. And he's Hank Hall, which is Hawk, right? Hank Hall, blah, blah, blah. So they fight together. It's Hawk and Dove. Now, there's another character called Lindsay Garth, and she plays Amy Rohbach, right? I got to say this correctly, Rohbach. I'm trying to say it cool. I don't know if I'm saying it correct. And she's a police detective, and she is the new partner of Dick Grayson. So you're going to see her a lot. Thank you, Lindsay Garth, for liking our tweets and being a friend on social media. Thank you. We would love to get you on the show. So message us, let us know when you're ready, and we would love to get you on an interview on the show because you're cool. And there's another character, which is Chief, right? He's basically a lead doctor in medical science, and basically is the leader of Doom Patrol. So that's another one. There's a whole bunch of guests, like I said, that's going to be coming on these episodes. A whole bunch of different people. You have to understand, each of these characters have different powers, different situations in life. One's an alien, one's a kid that turns into different animals, which you call him Beast Boy. One's Robin, which is a regular human being, but he's a circus acrobat, so he's already agile and strong. He can do all sorts of things, and he was trained by the famous Batman. And basically, there's Raven, which is, a demon, right? Or a daughter of a demon, and has that good chemistry with Robin, and Robin's always there for her, and things like that. Now, I love what's going on here, okay? I really want to get a little bit in depth into what might be coming in episodes to come. So I'm thinking what might be coming in episodes to come is more storyline about Beast Boy, more storyline about Kory Anders, and a few of the other people. I like how they do it. Now, the show has that Gotham gritty filming look, which I really am amazed by. I love Gotham for that reason, because it's dark, gritty, and Gotham is based in modern times, but mixed with the Gotham look, which is like a gothic look. They have cell phones, but the people dress like they're in the 1950s. The cars look like they're from the 80s and 90s. They have computer and internet, but the computers look like they're from the 80s, but they have current modern internet in them. So I really want to see that stuff. Now, I'm thinking with the Titans, it's filmed in modern time, of course, because all the vehicles look modern. So I don't think they're going to have that Gotham look where they're dressed like the 50s type of people and stuff like that, because in this first episode, everybody's dressed normal. Like when you see Kory Anders, she's wearing a nice dress. She's in a nightclub because that one guy she kills, the nightclub promoter, that was her boyfriend, or the person's that person's boyfriend. That's modern times. They're playing like current electronic dance music over there, So it's not based like that. It's based in current Detroit, situation, and they're putting, comic world touch to it, which is great. Now, the bad guys in this are going to be outstanding. And if all the bad guys in the Titans, they're going to be some cool characters. Now, if you notice in Gotham, the characters have this very sinister way they do things. They overspeak things. They're louder than life. I think in the Titans, it's going to be kind of like different, or much different. It's not going to be that way with these like crazy villains that are go ha 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 ha, I'm going to blow up the world and do all these crazy things and overact their situation. Now for Gotham that works because I love Gotham. It works for that. But for this, it's like real life. It's like Beverly Hills Cop meets, superheroes meets Detroit. Well, Beverly Hills Cop was a Detroit cop. He was. And it's really cool. It's fascinating. It's really on point with what I was expecting. It's really cool. And, the characters are great. Now, I always say this to everybody. I always say it. If you want to eat forever, follow me, say it again, you get a job in a superhero movie. Haven't you noticed that a lot of no-name celebs and up-and-coming actors are getting so super famous and so super fast? Now, you see all these actors and actresses, they're famous, yes, but it took them decades or a decade or at least 6-7 years and a bunch of movies to get to the level they're at, because television shows don't get you as famous as quick as movies do, right? Movie stars are movie stars, right? And you're seeing more and more movie stars get into television because television has the budget, they have the writers, they have the filming quality now. Like everything's changed. It's a whole different world out there. But have you noticed that a lot of these actors and actresses that you've never seen before get super duper worldwide famous within 1 or 2 seasons, right? They get rock star followings at Comic-Con events. I've been to Comic-Con events all over, and I've seen celebs that you didn't know who they were 2 years ago. And they're so famous now that they get standing ovations and they get like 50,000 people chanting their names. I actually saw I'm not saying Andrew Lincoln is a newcomer. He's been around in Walking Dead for almost a decade, right? Amazing actor. But his New York City Comic-Con entrance was like, my God, it was like the Beatles. It was like, the King came and they were like chanting his name. It was crazy. Their numbers went up from averaging, I think, 40 or 50,000 people annually, the New York City Comic-Con, to 250,000 people. They times themselves by like 5 or 6. That's amazing. Imagine last year, your event did about 50,000 people, which is still amazing. It's super duper amazing, right? Getting 50,000 attendees over a weekend to your event. Wow, amazing. But imagine just a year later, one short year later, 363 days or 2 days later, you can't say the full year because it's it's a event, right? So, less than a year later, you grow by 200,000 people. I think, yes, a lot of these movies and TV shows coming out have a thing to do with it. But I think it was certain characters that might be exiting shows or coming on shows that caused this. Hey, we're all nerds, right? Like I was telling people, 15 years ago, I couldn't share my toy collection with anyone. I couldn't show my memorabilia. They're like, okay, weirdo. They would tell me that. Oh, yeah, people have said that to me. I'm like, whatever. I love this. This is my universe. This is our universe, right? So our universe, we do what we want. And Now it's like normal people are like, can I see your collection? Oh, can I come over? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I'm like, okay, yeah. But it's crazy how things have changed and evolved. And Titans is the same category. You gotta love it. It's different. If you're expecting the comic books, yes. Characters, whatever, yes. But this is television, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say with every show that I cover, Z Nation, Van Helsing, Walking Dead, Winona Earp, these are all shows. Well, let's put Z Nation out, but like Winona Earp, Walking Dead, all these other shows, they have comic books. And, the comic books are real now, right? But you can't really follow the comics to the T, because if you do, there's nothing to look forward to. So if you're watching these episodes of Titans or Walking Dead or, Winona Earp or whatever, Z Nation, Z Nation does have a comic, sorry. Any of these, and you're like, well, this is different. Oh, that's different. Look at Daryl on The Walking Dead. He's become one of the top 4 most sought after characters on Walking Dead. Like, amazing. He was never in the comics. So do not go there. Enjoy it for what it is and love it. And the Titans with the same thing. You might see character differences. You might not get all the Titan characters that you're used to. Because I know a lot of you that are going to be watching this show grew up with, the Titans cartoon and the Titans this. And people that are a little bit older are used to the Titans comic books from back then. Of course, they're making new issues now, but the back then is the back then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when I go to Comic-Con events and people ask me questions, and I tell them, look at these shows for what they are. They're amazing. The writers are doing their best. Yes, you have a world of knowledge. The fans out there are so sharp. You know everything. You read the comics. You go online. You've seen the cartoons, and you're like, I know everything. And then when you tune into the television series, you're like, okay, this is cool because I haven't seen this yet. And that's what they're trying to do. So, there was some mixed emotions about the Titans season premiere. They were like, well, it's different. It's this, it's that. Hey, I love it. And I even love it even more when he said, fuck Batman. Meow. That was funny. Oh, no, that's meow. Let's do a bat voice. Is that a good bat impersonation? I can't do a Robin impersonation. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Okay, I'm loosening up here. Okay, let's get my head back on. Let me screw my head back on. Okay. Anyways, that's my point. Watch the TV shows for what they are. Love them for what they are. Let's be grateful we have these TV shows. Oh my God. 10 years ago, we were like, okay, we have our comics, some cartoons, and our toys. And that's all we got. Right? That's all we had. We had comics, some magazines, of course, books, our toys, and cartoons. And now, the past decade, it's like, boom, Walking Dead, boom, Fear the Walking Dead, Z Nation, Van Helsing, The Flash, The Green Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning. Oh my God, American Horror Story, Doctor Who. Well, Doctor Who's been around a long time, but besides that, but you know what I'm talking about. All these shows that I cover are amazing. And there's a multitude of other shows that I don't even cover. There's another 50 shows that I don't even cover, and I will in the future. And like I said, if there's any shows that you want me to start a series on and cover, if there's anything you want me to start a series on, let me know. Because eventually what's going to happen is we're going to have so many episodes that we're going to categorize them, that eventually it'll be Comic-Con Network, and underneath the network we're going to have, we're planning to that anyways, hint, hint, but we're going to have like The Flash as its own channel, and The Arrow as its own channel. Just like right now there's a lot of podcasts or series shows out there that just focus on one show. We're going to do that eventually, but for right now, that's all together. We're all family. We're going to love each other. So, one episode might be about Flash, one might be about Arrow, one might be about Van Helsing, one about this, one's an interview. It's just constantly going to keep going and going and going, and it's going to be hundreds of episodes, and you're going to be like, oh my God, yes. And then eventually we're just going to start putting them into categories and go from there. My point is, if you have a series or a TV show or anything that you want me to cover, let me know. If I can do it, I will. Imagine this. There's 7 days in a week, right? And I only sleep maybe 5 hours a day. I have 19 hours in a day. Sometimes I come out with 3 episodes. That's writing the content, recording the content, editing the content, and putting it out for you beautiful people. So sometimes it takes a bit of work, but I'm trying, and I want you guys to love it because I want you guys to know I'm a fan first. I'm a fan first. I do this for you guys. I do it for myself. First, I do it for myself. It's therapy. I talk about all these shows because I got so much to say. And second, or first or second, whichever you want to put first, I'm a fan first. I love all the characters. We're going to have tons of interviews. So as these episodes on Comic-Con Radio evolve, it just won't be recaps by themselves. Some will be, some won't, but it'll be, celeb interviews in the mix. It'll be interviews with showrunners and directors and producers and fans. Like I said, if you want me to cover something, give me a call, toll free, 1-800-976-0305. Let me know. Email or message, comiccon-radio.com, or on social media at Comic-Con Radio. Now, our social media fans and friends, I love you guys. Please spread the word. When you see these series going up on social media, please push it out to your entire fan base, to your friends, to your loved ones. Spread galaxy all over the universe. Spread my galaxy all over the universe. And like I said, your support is extremely needed and loved and everything. So in previous episodes, I've said that I have a book. Yes, I finished my book last year. It's coming out. So maybe in the next few episodes, I'm going to name it, and it's going to be here. You can go to the website, comiccon-radio.com, and pick up your copy of my book. It's not that much reading. It's about 140 pages. It's an amazing book. It's related to what we're doing here. It's great. And I'm going to keep writing those, putting more of those out. I'm going to have some cool teas coming out and some memorabilia and some other collectible stuff. And I'm also going to be doing giveaways. That's right. Once we hit our 10th episode for this new series, I'm going to be giving out some goodies and contests. So, this is different than live radio. I've been used to doing live radio, in previous years, and it's different. But I love it because I'm here with you guys. You make the whole thing much better. You make this whole show much better. I love your comments. I love your reactions. I love everything. Also, another important thing coming up, maybe by the 20th episode, it's going to be our new YouTube series. It's much different than this. It's really cool. I can't tell you. Oh, I wish I could. I can't. But it's going to be coming out. It's really cool. You're going to love it. And I'm hoping you're going to love it. Every time when I say you're going to love this or love that, I'm in the hopes that you will. Because I love you guys. I always say that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm just like that. That's the person I am. I say these things because I mean it. Because that's just how I am. How I am. Yeah. Anyways, so this was DC Titans. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. I'm going to write about it too in the description below. So it's kind of like a recap as well. So if I missed anything that I've said, I'll probably have it in writing. If I've missed anything in writing, I've probably said it. Again, not every show is the same length. Some episodes are about 35 minutes long. Some episodes are 50 minutes long. Some are over an hour long. It just depends on the show and what's going on in that episode, because I just don't want to over-talk in each episode. I don't want to over-talk about it. If it's a recap episode that I'm doing about a particular TV show, it's about that. I don't want to keep going and going. But if it's just general talk, we'll go ahead and do this. And also, just to let you guys know, we're going to be probably going live within the next few months. Yes, we're going to have a live show as well. So you could tune into us live, listen to us live, and then it'll be uploaded as a podcast as well and a series, and you can listen to it that way as well. So if you miss our live show, you can catch the recorded part. But the reason why we're doing that is because we have so many things planned for everyone, and we have so many things planned for the show. So going live is going to be fun. It's the same as this. We're going to have pre-recorded shows as well. Podcasts are pre-recorded, majority of them. It's going to be like this as well. But I love doing live stuff because then you can call in live and I can answer your calls live instead of getting your messages and stuff and then answering them in the next episode. I can actually answer your calls live. I can speak to you live. It adds a whole new dimension to the show. So I wanted to say all this. One more thing that I want to bring up. I have to bring this up. It's very important. There's going to be a new TV show on the CW. When you thought the CW can't get better, it just did. First of all, the CW is amazing. I love that channel. They have the best shows. The Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and Black Lightning. Amazing. Every show is different. Each show has a different thing they stand for, a different premise. They're all amazing. One affects the community. One talks about people's rights. One goes over all sorts of other things. They're all amazing. Like I said, I love DC television. I love Marvel movies. I love FX TV shows. I love sci-fi TV shows, which is Van Helsing and Z Nation. And of course, AMC, our buddy, Walking Dead, which got me into all this because I love The Walking Dead. Another thing, if you want me to come to your Comic-Con event or any of your fandom, pop culture events, let me know. Go to my email or on the website. It's comiccon-radio.com. Email me and say, hey, I would love to have you be part of our show, and we'll talk about it, and I'll come there, and we could do a live show or a pre-recorded show or a panel or whatever. I'm down if you're down. But the announcement that I want to make is Ruby Rose will be in a crossover show with The Flash, Supergirl, and the Arrow in December. And then guess what happens? She gets her own show. That's right. Batwoman will be on the CW. Now, it's releasing, I'm hoping, in 2019. Duh, because it's after December. Isn't that amazing? She is so perfect for the character. She is so amazing for it. She's going to do wonderful. I love everything about her. Ruby Rose is amazing. Love her in all the movies. She's tough and pretty and amazing, and she's going to play that role perfect. She's Batwoman. There's a whole new look. After 2006, Batwoman was reintroduced, right? In the beginning when they introduced Batwoman, she was like the love interest of Batman. But after 2006, DC reintroduced her as someone else. Like the Green Arrow says, someone else. I am something else, someone else, whatever. She's going to be different and amazing, and she's going to stand for so many things in this world. And I know a lot of people are excited to have her be part of the Arrowverse, and she is going to be part of the Arrowverse. The only show on CW that's not part of the Arrowverse currently is Black Lightning, but they're probably kicking themselves in the butt because they're probably going to add that because Black Lightning is so amazing. But she's going to be part of the Arrowverse. She's going to be in the crossover in December, so look out for that. That's your kind of Christmas gift from the Arrowverse and the showrunners and from CW and Warner and DC and all of them. So she's going to stand for something amazing, not just being Batwoman, but strong and amazing. And she's going to kick those bad boys' butts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I loved being with you. I never want to go, but I have to because we have to end the show. So like I always say, and I say this because throughout this whole universe, it can be a morning, an afternoon, or evening because of the time differences. So that's why I say that. So with that, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Love you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Tune in for your daily shows of Comic-Con Radio. Go to comiccon-radio.com. Reach us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Comic-Con Radio. You can call us toll-free right now. 800-976-0305. 800-976-0305. Comic-Con Radio, taking the world one listener at a time.